Up to you now, gentlemen. You know, obviously you guys are fellow podcasters, right?
Yes, sir.
What are some challenges that you guys face so far, like, you know, being a creator in Palm Beach County? I know it's a cliche question, but I know for every platform, because we talk about different shit, you might run into different hurdles. So what are some challenges you guys face on the daily? Or just...
For me, I think it's just consistency. Like, I want to be able to consistently put out a product that everyone's fucking with, no matter like what your thoughts on it. I want you to be able to come to this podcast and be like, with open ears, be like, you know what? I did, like, let's say you don't agree. I don't agree with you with what you said, but I can see why you feel that way. I just want a consistent, like, when it comes to people coming to the pod, the topics, just everything.
Okay. And what about you, Nick?
For me, man, I need a check.
Dom.
Tell them, bring me my money.
I need a check, man. Come pull up. But now, honestly, you know, besides, well, like I said, so being in Palm Beach County, I mean, to what you said in the beginning, it's hard to get a lot of love in your city. Probably in everybody else's city, I'm assuming, but in Palm Beach County, it's like if they can't see that you got it or that you're doing something, they're not going to believe you. So once we got that out of the way, it was more support. But now, I think for us, it's just expanding, just getting more people to know, getting more people to be involved. That's why, at least with our podcast, you know, see on my head right now, everybody watching, on our podcast platforms, type DVP, you'll see us. But
Shameless
it's like, bro, like,
we won't need an ad for that.
I generally love having guests on the episode, and it was just me and him, because then if I have a guest from another city, wherever, then they know they're a part of this episode. This is your episode. You're supposed to feel special. Now you want to bring other people, or you want to just repost it so now other people can see it. It just keep bringing everybody along, man. Like, I say this word a lot. Like, it's my own phrase at this point. Love is love. Like, you're not going to win unless you show love, in my opinion. So just doing that, bringing more people
1,000%.
involved. Because the topics, that's not an issue. You know how to do that. Consistency, like he said, that's an issue, but now as far as we can't put it out, it's just that, okay, this episode was good. You want to drop it now? You want to drop it later? Stuff like that. But just showing love, man, expanding. Trying to let people know, like, this podcast isn't just about two people having conversations. It's about us having conversations and bring your ass along with it. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Gary. Ask him a question. I guess.
Like, honestly, I want to ask y'all too, because like, how long have you guys been doing a podcast? Like 2 years?
Officially, we started September 8th, 2021.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are seasoned.
Yeah.
2020, my bad.
2020, yeah. You guys are seasoned. So we had these talks all the time. When it comes to, like, instead of people want to collaborate and come on your podcast, some people would rather make their own podcast.
Which is weird, but I get it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
All the time.
I get it.
All the
So
time.
my issue, like, one of my biggest issues about, like, at least like with our city, is the fact that, like, even though we do see, like, the support all the time, but there's certain people that say that we would want to come on the show, but they make their own podcast. But it's like, fam, I just get upset is if you make your own podcast and you don't go full throttle with it, you're saturating the game. Like, I don't mind when people create their own podcast, because, like, if you're going to be consistent with it, I'm all for it. I'm with you. I'll help you get up. Even if I'll get you to my level, or even push you up higher than me.
Exactly.
Because I always looked at it as, like, if someone from the city pops up, like, yo, they blow up, obviously we're going to be on our way.
Exactly. That's why, like, even to what you said, I know 3 people who said, I'm starting a podcast. Not saying because we had one, but probably because they seen what we did, they felt like doing it. And I always told them, any questions you have, let me know. Have I gotten that feedback for questions? No, but at the same time, I understand it's a life thing. Because forever, like, people who are watching this right now, they probably think, oh, we just met up, this amazing, beautiful environment that we're recording and just happened. Like, no, this is a life. Once you decide to have a podcast, whether it's a contract or not, a verbal agreement, whatever you want to call it, you are giving a percentage of your life away.
It's a fact.
So as long as you're okay with that, go ahead. But so with the people who are trying to come up, just know it's consistency and grind.
It's a hustle. Yeah.
And I'm gonna just say this one last thing, and then if y'all want, y'all don't have to, pitch on it if y'all want to. But a lot of y'all podcasters who are famous and rich, y'all not podcasters. Y'all just using it to get more money, and I respect that. But I'm tired of watching some podcast episodes with guests, and it's like, I could ask them so many better questions. Like, you're not really doing your job. But I get it. You're learning, or you're just doing it for the bag. I get it.
Yeah, what about you, Stephon?
Oh yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I want to hear what she had to say.
For me, like, to add to what you were saying is just, I think everybody want the hottest thing smoking. You feel me? And just like Gary said, you're gonna saturate. You adding saturation to the game, and it's annoying because it's like all of us having our own shoe stores. Who's gonna shop at whose? You feel me? Because too many hands in the pot, and somebody's gonna end up being hungry, type shit. You feel me? So to me, it's about collaboration. To me, it's about helping each other grow. To me, it's about sharing knowledge.
Exactly.
To me, it's about just being a community. Everybody has their own goals, and that's what people don't realize. Because a lot of money to you could be 100,000. A lot of money to me could be 10 million. So automatically, we are off to a different endpoint. You get what I'm saying? So why would I ever look? You feel me? To see what you doing, to try to copy it, emulate it, and a whole bunch of shit. And I feel like that's what a lot of people are doing. And if you do that too much, then it's gonna end up like radio, where it's like every city, every little fucking hole in the country has a radio station, and only 2 or 3 main ones exist that are popular. You feel me?
Exactly.
So I just don't want us to end up like radio, pretty much.
He hit it on the note, to be honest, because when you said about saturating the market, I'm thinking to myself, like, if everyone's starting to have a podcast, who's really having a podcast?
Who's listening to who?
Who's really podding, man? Let's get to the point. Who really having a conversation that people can go to work and be like, dang, that was tough. Or you driving home from work and you be like, dang, this was a good conversation. I tell every guest when we have them, out of all the 115, whatever episodes we've done so far, I tell them, hey, did you enjoy yourself? Did you have a good time? Is there anything we could have done better? And if you tell me everything was cool, I just have to go by that. I'd be hoping somebody tell me you didn't like it, but if you like it.
And, I'm sorry. It's just my mind is going 1,000 miles an hour. The number one question or feedback that I always get is like, oh, why are the episodes so long? I'm like, fam, you cannot have a deep.
Breathe, cheese.
This is my thing, bro. You cannot have an insightful conversation with a human being.
4 human beings.
That because it's like bro, imagine going to a therapist and they says, oh, we only do 10-minute sessions. Fam, you didn't even get through learning my name and my family history at that point. You cannot have any conversation with depth. And you cannot literally go through a whole concept or just learning someone's frame of thinking in less than an hour, I don't think. You feel me? So if it's not for you, what I like to tell people is it's not for you. Because I know niggas that work out listening to podcasts. I know food truck drivers that drive around for hours listening to podcasts. It's just a way to kind of escape and to understand somebody's viewpoint. But yeah, man, that shit is annoying.
And just to finish off what he said too, because I'm so tired of y'all. Listen, if I can't say you're not a real fan if you don't watch the full episode. Sometimes I don't. I'm gonna be real with you. 99% of the times I don't because I already did it. I'm good. But if y'all don't watch the full episodes for our podcast, that's fine. You should watch it to theirs because I just want to support them. So please give them everything they deserve.
Every minute.
But even if you don't, there's a thing called timestamps.
Oh, my
There's
God.
a beautiful word called timestamps. You don't have to pick what you want and go from there. So that's how you can really tell who's not a fan, but who's at least paying attention. Because you don't got to watch you don't have to listen or watch the full episode. But there's timestamps for certain segments that you might be interested in.
You should. And what you say, bro?
No, I'm just thinking to myself, like, they been pushing these timestamps. I'm thinking to myself, like,
I'm gonna be honest, I got that from them. I mean,
okay.
I always did was good.
Yeah.
I feel like we always had timestamps, but as far as posting it, because I seen Cheech and Gary do it, I'm like, you know what, that's smart because instead of me, but you just got to put it out there. So.
Just like it's right there, bro. Just literally just hit.
You gotta coach them to do everything.
You have to train your audience in real life.
You went to school, fam. Like, you should. Come on, bro. Reading is fundamental. Come on.
Common sense is not common.
Like, I got the idea from my girlfriend because she's like, I want to watch you talk about sneakers for 20 minutes. I want to get to the fuck shit.
Timestamps.
And one thing I always admire about your podcast too, like, you guys always have diversity on your pod.
So
you always guys have like women on your pod. So
Sure.
can you please tell the people how difficult it is to get women to your platform? The reason why I say it's difficult, I know there's someone like, oh, you sound like a misogynist. What are you talking about? Why don't you guys have women on the show? Because
like that.
trying to talk to a woman is like, they always think first thing, he's trying to fuck. Always. That's why I have no issues about saying I'm in a relationship. I have zero issues. But the thing is, every time you invite a woman that you don't know personally, they always think they're trying to fuck. They're trying to fuck. They're trying to fuck. They're trying to fuck. Fam, if you go on my Instagram, there's clear evidence. I have a
Lady.
podcast. I have not just a girlfriend. I record in the studio. You're not in.
Yeah.
You're not in the couch.
You're not in the trenches.
You're not in the trenches. It's
Not
not,
on
a
my
couch.
bed.
Nah.
Not yet. Not yet.
Like, fam, there's lights, there's water, there's a
Exactly.
bathroom, like,
Exactly.
like literally. So I just want to like, what is the difficulty you guys have to go through to get women on your show? And you guys do a good job at it.
I would say, man.
To get more women opinions.
I would say first shout out to the women.
Nigga,
Shout out to the women.
nigga
We love
like,
y'all.
you fucking all of us. Today is your day.
Today, is
Allegedly,
just-
I was just joking.
I knew you'd be back.
I knew you'll be back. It's crazy.
My Instagram is Nick Gabe with 2 E's. Now, but for real, like, just to answer your question, man, like, it wasn't, because it's difficult. Of course it is difficult because women have their own times, you know, their jobs, their personal life, whatever. But the only thing is, like, I'm not an Instagram 3 times, 4 times, even 2 times, or like double text. Like, I'm not trying to chase you or have to like feel like I'm bothering you to bring you on the pod. Now, when we started, did we have to do that? Yes, because you got to pay to play. I'm a big advocate. You got to pay to play. But once I feel like you've gotten some respect from your peers or from your audience, like now I'm not doing more than 3 texts. If you don't want to come, I understand. If it happens later, it happens later. But if it doesn't, it's cool too, because I don't want to burn bridges. You never know who somebody's going to be in a couple of weeks, months, or years. But now, man, a lot of people, you know what's a good thing for me? And I don't want to sound too crazy, but I have a lot of homegirls. So it's not really that hard for me to get a girl.
I see why y'all both sitting on that side of the table.
Like, bro, like, honestly, like, if I want to bring a girl, I ask my homegirl, hey, you know her? Can you tell her? Or, you know what I'm saying? Just to do it for me. She's my scout. Go bring her to the camp. But if not, then I'll just DM them, bro. Like, just text them. Okay, you good Friday? No, not this Friday. Next Friday. Like, we have at least 2 episodes of strictly females. That's just either gonna come this week or whenever it happens. But as far as, you know, for example, like I said, this is a beautiful environment. Our environment is very pretty-ish. You know what I'm saying? But when the girls come, they know it's not a house. They know it's a social room where you got chairs. You can go to the bathroom if you like before we
Dog.
start. There's water, so
Literally, like,
try to make it comfortable.
as far as like women coming on the show, me and Cheech have that dilemma sometimes because every time we have someone come on the show, the first question is,
Yeah.
what do they do?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What is their job when they come in? Yeah.
What is your occupation?
Yeah.
What purpose are they bringing? And then sometimes I see the girl and be like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought she made cupcakes. But now I see all she has is cake.
The read between the lines is all I could say. That was a tough bar. That's a tough bar. That's some Drake shit.
But the thing is, like, and the thing is, my girl always be on my ass is like, all right, why did you have this one on the podcast?
Yeah.
And
y'all
of
ever
course, in true Gary fashion, Gary blamed every decision that has to do with a woman on me.
No, I'm gonna cut him off right then there because let's be honest.
my God.
I'm pretty sure you guys have a platform where it's like whoever comes on the show, your audience can pick out how they got there.
For sure.
Everyone knows how each guest comes on the show without even asking us.
That's a stretch.
Gary, you struggling right now.
That's a stretch. But all right. But you know what? Gary be the friendliest nigga with the game.
Oh, really?
Would you like some water? I gotta take some water in my bag.
Hey,
You
listen.
want a TikTok? Like,
You gotta make.
You want a TikTok?
You have
is
to make.
crazy.
You gotta make women
Oh
feel
my
like this is their
God.
podcast.
Oh, that
You
man,
have to. You
that man
really have
Cheech be
to.
having 3 different colognes on, stopping at the
that's
gas station
crazy.
right there.
That's
Oh, y'all
crazy.
want some lick? Of course.
Like literally, the moment I walked in, I'm like, all right, this shit look nice. I see 2 lick bottles right there. I'm like, y'all boys are turned all the time, ain't you?
Man.
do what we gotta do. Sometimes.
But you def gotta make the women comfortable.
Oh,
In my
absolutely.
opinion, like, and maybe not with podcasting. I know with music, I think women are mainly the most supportive fans, besides probably white people, I guess. But like when it comes to just podcasting, I know whenever you have a female and it's done, more women want to pull up. So I know there's a women fan base for podcasts that are growing. So if our podcast is mainly women, I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
Because I know if we have a live event like that, y'all boys did, they're gonna pull up.
Yeah.
You gotta
fine, pull up.
You gotta think a lot of people, like a lot of women, tune into like talk shows and shit like
Exactly.
that. So if you have a lot of females talking with a bunch of niggas, they're more likely gonna tune in.
I'm trying to be the new view for y'all.
You
Trying to bless
should.
you.
And the reason why I bring up the women is because I like more women to come here for more women opinions. Because sometimes we will sound like a misogynist. It's like me and Cheech think of topics. I'm like, fuck, we can't have that discuss that topic without a woman here.
Yep.
It's gonna look crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.